This video is for Algebra P3-4, Assignment 5, Number 1, homework problems. So this is problem 1F, and you're supposed to use the correct order of operations. And the correct order of operations are parentheses, then exponents, multiplication and division, addition, subtraction. So this problem has parentheses in it, so I'm going to go ahead and do what's in those first and recopy everything else. So 60 minus 2 parenthesis to the third power. What's in the parentheses is 2 plus 1, so I'm going to add those together to get 3. And then look at this again to decide what operation I do next. A very common error is to combine the 60 minus 2 before you do the other operations. You have to do the exponent first before you do subtraction, or this is really multiplication right here between the 2 and the 3. So I'm going to just rewrite the 60, just has to wait its turn. Minus 2, and 3 to the third power is 27. Then the next of my choices are subtraction or multiplication. So I have to do multiplication before subtraction. So the 60 stays again, and 2 times 27 is 54, and 60 minus 54 is 6. So the correct answer for 1F on the homework 5 number 1 is 6. Alright, so I'm not doing all of them here, but I picked one with fractions that might be intimidating to you. So this is 4/5 minus 2/3 all to the second power. Now this has parentheses again, so you have to do the 4/5 minus 2/3 first because it's in parentheses, and then we'll do the exponent afterward. So the 4/5 and the 2/3 are fractions. When you combine them, you need common denominators. So 5 and 3 both go into 15. That's the smallest number that they both go into. So I'm going to rewrite both of these fractions with a 15 in the denominator. Once you know the denominator is 15, just go ahead and write them that way. Then you need to take these two fractions and figure out what you can multiply them by in order to get the denominator to change to 15. So I can take 4/5 and multiply it by 3 over 3 so that the denominator changes to 15. I'm allowed to do this because 3 over 3 is really just 1, and so the fraction doesn't change value. So 4 times 3 is 12. 12/15 is the same fraction as 4/5, just in another form. Then I'm going to do the same thing for 2/3, figure out what I can multiply it by to change this 3 into 15. So I'm going to multiply that by 5. And 2 times 5 is 10, so the numerator of the second fraction is 10. Now I can subtract those fractions. 12/15 minus 10/15 is 2/15 to the second power. And 2/15 to the second power means 2/15 times 2/15. I'm going to go ahead and write that out. You don't need to do this step if you understand it. But sometimes exponents and fractions can be confusing. So 2/15 squared means 2/15 times 2/15, and you just multiply straight across. 2 times 2 is 4. And then 15 times 15 is 225. Now I just happen to know that 15 times 15 is 225, and I don't really expect you to know that, but I hope that you remember how to do two-digit multiplication. You might be able to use a calculator on this, but what if you couldn't? Do you remember how to do 15 times 15? You do 5 times 5 is 25, carry a 2, 5 times 1 is 5, plus 2 is 75, 7 which makes this line 75. Then 1 times 5 is 5, and 1 times 1 is 1. Add those together. 5 comes down. 7 plus 5 is 12. Carry a 1 is 225. So in case you didn't know 15 times 15 is 225, you should be able to figure it out quickly enough. Alright, so in number 2, there are substitution problems. So you're going to take 1/2 and substitute it in for the a value and square it. Minus 4 times 1/2 minus 5. And now you just need to simplify it using the correct order of operations. So 1/2 squared means 1/2 times 1/2. The numerator is 1 times 1, and the denominator is 2 times 2. Then for the next fraction, remember that you can just rewrite any whole number. If you need it to be a fraction, you can just put it over 1. So 4 over 1 times 1 over 2 is 4 times 1 over 1 times 2 minus 5. Since the other two are fractions, I'm going to go ahead and write this one as a fraction. Now 4 over 2 is really just the number 2, and I could write it that way and that would be fine, but eventually I'm going to have to make it have a fraction on the bottom of 4, a fraction with the 4 on the bottom, because this one has the 4 and I need to combine them. So I'm going to go ahead and just leave it how it is and rewrite this one. I'm going to multiply top and bottom of it by 2 because I know I want the denominator to be a 4. Let me set that up. I have 3 fractions, all that need a common denominator. And I figured out already that the common denominator has to be 4, or could be 4. That's the smallest common denominator. And so if I multiply 2 times 2, I get 4. And 4 times 2, I get 8. And then for the 5, I'll have to multiply top and bottom by 4 so that I get 20 over 4. Now I need to combine all these fractions. And it's just subtraction left, and remember to do addition and subtraction from left to right. It'll help you get the answers correct confidently, and it works great that way. And it's the correct way to do it. So 1 minus 8 is negative 7 over 4 minus 20 over 4. And negative 7 minus 20 is negative 27 over 4. So we can leave our final answer that way, or if you prefer, you could leave it as a mixed number, but improper fractions are fine. But 4 goes into 27 6 times, it's like a negative number, and that's 24 with a remainder of 3 and a divisor of 4. So that would be another correct way of showing your answer to 2E.